Hello, my name is Rebekah Young, and I am excited to present to you Thomas Jefferson's Poplar Forest. This historic home is located in Forest, Virginia, amidst rolling hills, trees, and old plantation fields which are protected from the surrounding growing city. In this presentation, you will hear about the origins of the property and home, as well as the process of restoration that has taken place over the past few decades to make the exterior and interior presentable to the public. Thomas Jefferson and his wife Martha inherited Poplar Forest in 1773. Jefferson was interested in ancient Roman architecture with principles of symmetry, balance, and proportion important to him. The house is oriented in the center of a sunken south lawn with two long wings formed on either side. On the left, rows of poplar trees, and the right, wings of offices. Two earthen mounds lie next to the wings with brick octagonal structures on the very end, which are called the necessaries, or better known as an outhouse. Landscaping was important to Jefferson, and his requests for the construction of them was left in detailed letters. This is the double row of poplar trees which Jefferson desired to have planted 20 feet apart. Two large poplar trees are on either side of the entrance road, dating to 200 years old. North of these are 800 acres under cultivation, with the cash crop being tobacco. The cobblestone pathway accommodates a 6-in-hand to form a carriage turnaround leading to the front steps. The patch of variation in stone is flatter to indicate where the carriage stops, and guests can easily step out and up the stairs. This window gives a view into the original cobblestone that lies under what we see in the larger pathway here to the home. The house is 4,200 square feet in total, 1,200 per level, and makes a large octagon shape. Here we enter through the antique carpine front door into the main hallway. This first room is a small guest bedroom, often occupied by Jefferson's granddaughters when they would come and visit. The windows in the home are hand-blown glass windows, giving a slight variation in the glass when looking through them. Next is one of the two main bedrooms in the home, with this being Jefferson's. This room is one elongated octagon with an alcove bed in the middle. Throughout the years and owners, the house was varied so much that it eventually was torn down to the brick. During restoration, they referenced Jefferson's 1,500 letters to the builders about Poplar Forest to bring the interior back to originality, including the alcove bed, which was typical at the time. The flooring is white oak with a tongue and groove. This was the first application of this flooring with a smooth polish finish in the U.S., as it previously was more typical of Europe. Next, the most formal room in the house is the dining room, a 20-foot tall and 20-foot wide cube with a long, narrow skylight in the ceiling. Black Windsor chairs with gold trim outline the room as the floor is white oak but in a herringbone pattern. An octagon table lies in the center with octagon dishes from England, replicas of the originals here. Natural light pours overhead from the skylight in addition to the large parlor windows, which were mentioned in many entries by Jefferson's granddaughter, who used this room to paint often. This is a triple back fireplace, which is partly original and surrounded by marble, which was found in Virginia and put into place. Next, the parlor is the second most formal room, with 4 floor-to-ceiling triple sash windows on the south wall. In this room, the marble around the fireplace is from Carrara, Italy. The ornamentation of the crown molding adds formality, but the omission of the herringbone floor brings the formality down. The black chair with wood trim is called a Campeche chair. Jefferson called it a siesta chair, and this replication is modeled after one at Monticello. Jefferson loved to read and write and kept almost 1,000 books in Poplar Forest. His reading informed his architecture. Natural light is prioritized in the home and pours in from every angle. Through the dining room, you will find the second maid bedroom of the home, another elongated octagon, where his granddaughters would often sleep. During the restoration process, they did not cover the brick in this room in order to show original construction techniques at the time. Here, you can see the alcove bed framing. If you look closely, you can see a small vertical line of plaster which was used during restoration to find the original location of the alcove beds in order to rebuild. Mortise joints are used to hold the structures together, and they used wooden pegs. These were reproduced in colonial Williamsburg. Above every window and door is a curved brick arch, visible here with wood support underneath. This fireplace is original, with glass covering to protect it. The layers of curved iron, brick, plaster, and sand are all underneath a marble slab, which we saw on the finished fireplaces in the other rooms of the home. The first plans Jefferson made did not have interior stairs because they were expensive, and he claimed they were a waste of space. He realized the need to access the lower level from the interior and added a narrow spiral staircase. This door is original to the room, constructed using wooden pegs instead of nails, and polished with a black walnut finish. This last room would have been a small guest bedroom and reveals more original construction techniques. Another brick archway is seen, as well as gaps in the brick, indicating space where a chair rail is attached, which Jefferson wanted in every room. This wall shows the layers of the wall: brick, small wood pieces, a plaster scratch coat, brown coat, and a white coat to smooth it all out. The walls are then painted in a historical way with a mix of dry pigment, a base, and applied by hand. This is the flat roof on top of the wing of offices, which was completed in 1816. It gave access for Jefferson to walk on and stargaze at night. Below it hold 4 rooms: a cook's kitchen, a cook's room, smokehouse, and a storage room. The lower level mirrors the plans of the upper level, however, not much is written about the use of it during Jefferson's time. Bricks were made on the property with a 5th side and curved to accommodate the octagon shape of the house. A large cellar keeps drinks cool with brick flooring. Jefferson valued order and ornamentation, as we can see through the interior molding. Here are the labeled components that we learned through his writings. The construction of his flat roof above the wing of offices allows rain to pour onto the sides effectively into gutters. This first room was most likely used for storage of all kinds. Next is the kitchen of Poplar Forest, where Jefferson's enslaved cook and housekeeper, Hannah, would spend much of her time using this brick oven. This next room was used for laundry. And lastly, the smokehouse. The wing of offices is only accessible from the outside, but connects constructively to the rest of the home on the left. Lastly, the ornamental gardens lie to the right of the sunken lawn, which was used mainly for a retreat and place of enjoyment. Jefferson capitalized on using Poplar Forest as a place to get away from the busyness of Monticello and creating a safe haven amidst the rolling hills. Although publicly known as president, here he could become a private citizen.